Well, I'm more of a writer than a speaker, so I won't be sharing that much with you. I was told to keep it short, so because we have a lot of very interesting people who are going to be speaking today. But so I wanted to just thank everyone for coming. This conference has been is the result of many years of cooperative work between many of the people in this room and many of the people who are watching online. And so I wanted to say that as was already said, the goal of CEESEN is to bring together stakeholders from this region who are all working together to achieve a just and green transition. Just is becoming much more of a keyword that we're using now in this in this field of work. Not that we're just trying to reduce carbon emissions, but we're also trying to do it in such a way that all groups in society are equally benefiting from it. And so. Although, look, I guess the question is for me, or the point when we started CEESEN, what's the reason CEESEN was formed? The reason CEESEN was formed is that we share many of the same goals with the EU in terms of transition, but because we have a unique shared history and specific context that our region has, we need to come up with our own solutions. Taking solutions from the EU and bringing them top down to our communities doesn't always work. And so the idea was that if we brought together people who are actively and aggressively working in the field together to share their ideas, to share the solutions they've come up with, we can demonstrate to each other the work that we're doing and also spread best practices throughout the region. And so basically we would be achieving this same goal as the EU, but we would be doing it in our own unique way. The primary focus of this year's conference was described a bit already, but is very common or aligned with what the network has been since we first formed it several years ago. And that's to increase the capacity of local and regional actors to effectively plan, finance, implement, maintain sustainable and just energy initiatives. As we all know, this is more needed than ever. We've had in the past several years, we've had an energy crisis. We've had the COVID pandemic that pushed us into very turbulent times, and then most recently, and perhaps most significantly for this region, we have the destabilizing effects that have been caused by Russia's aggression in Ukraine. And so. With that in mind, when we were putting together the program for this conference, we thought that beyond just the importance for us to try to improve our environment, let's say, for our children and our grandchildren, so that they can have a healthy life, that's in an environment that's free of the negative effects of climate change, we have a particularly even more, let's say, pressing and immediate importance right now, which is to aggressively try to get off of our dependence on fossil fuels, especially Russian oil and gas. EU has been, let's say, mixed in terms of how it's done so. But as I see that, that's a very important way that we can make a small contribution to the Ukraine's efforts. And so this is one of the reasons that intertwined with a lot of what we'll be discussing during the conference will be the concept of energy security. Energy security is a concept that oftentimes is thought of as being the responsibility of national governments to handle and to address. But one of the things we're hoping that will come out of this conference is that we will identify some ways that local and regional actors can also contribute to energy security. and help make a contribution in that area. With that all said, I will turn it over to people who have many other interesting ideas to share with the group. I hope you all have a thought-provoking and enjoyable conference. I was told again to make sure, register for the network. Probably I won't be the last person to say that, but thank you everyone and have a great conference.